presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We gonna take it by storm?
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but your own. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials flat. NASDAQ is down 34. S&P's down 3. Gold contract down $16, trading down $18, trading $19.51 an ounce. Silver down $1.36, $26.35 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 15 cents, $42.09 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now up 5 ticks, 139.04. 30-year flat, 177.26. And King Dollar just can't handle price, folks. King Dollar's down 240 ticks, trading 93.095. The Euro's at 118. The yen is out here at 106.56, and the British pound is at 130 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We're at highs, folks. The bottom line, the contraction of volume, you'd expect a contraction of volume today, number one, okay? Friday in the summer. You're getting close to the end of the summer for many people. Bottom line, vacations are out there, even with COVID. So that's an expectation. But let me tell you something. The contraction that we had these last 3 days is pretty phenomenal. On Tuesday, we went downtown with 69 million shares. I'm looking at the SPY right now. Wednesday, we went higher with 53 million. Yesterday, we had 42. And today, folks, we'll probably come in at about 30. We won't even make 42. So you have 3 contractions, and they're monster contractions. And you have harmony in the marketplace. And what does that specifically mean? That means if we go take a look at the NDX, you're going to see the exact same phenomena. NDX comes down, the 3Qs come down with 43 million shares on Tuesday. Wednesday, you go up with 38 million. Thursday, we do 31 million. And today, we won't even get to 31 million. We're at 22 million. So bottom line, you do not have buyers up here. Now, granted, we do not have sellers either. But when you don't have buyers, folks, guess what? The bottom line, it's just a matter of when the sellers are going to come in. Gold contract out here. We take a look at gold. Gold contract trading down $16, $18 right now. We've done 232,000 contracts inside the gold market. Nice setup. Why am I saying a nice setup? Well, what we had is this, folks, okay? When you come down as hard as that we did on Tuesday, and Wednesday, you get a build cause. On Tuesday, we went south, and we went south with in the gold market from 2040 down to 1911. We did 565,000 contracts. We rejected lower price on Wednesday. We had lighter volume, so that's a rejection of price with lighter volume, going back into a breakout area, which is a nice setup. We did contract volume of 460,000. Yesterday, you go higher with 350,000. And now today, you're backing down with 232. That's what you love to see. That's the building cause in here, okay, in order to get to higher price once again. We're going to take a look at the silver contract. Silver's set up the same way. Silver has been stronger, and that's a real plus for the metals market in general. We take a look at the silver market. What you're going to see inside the silver market is that Tuesday, strong, hard, fast, come down off the price point of $29.44. We go to $24.48. You do 355,000 contracts. We rejected lower price the following day with 242,000. So your correlation is 242, down on 355. Bottom line yesterday, you went top side with 246, which you want to see. Now we back down with 216. That's a nice setup, building cause for higher price. In both cases, folks, what you have is that the silver contract as well as the gold contract are still in the higher range, want higher price. You had fast, furious destruction in that market. There's no two ways about it. If you have my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, you know that when we came down, in both cases, we did a 1 to 2 ABC structure on the way down, okay? And when you do more than a 1 to 1.618 or a 1 to 2, anything over a 1 to 1.618, whether you're going higher or lower, that is an immediate change of trend in the marketplace. When I say immediate change of trend, you normally see that change of trend within the most 3 days. It took 3 days, I believe, in 2007, maybe. Yeah, it was 3 days in 2007. But the bottom line, it's a consistent type of deal. And what that is a huge either updraft or huge downdraft. Dollar, folks, okay, bottom line wants to get down to this 88 price point. This is pretty wild watching how this dollar is shaking out. The dollar had anemic bounce. The first anemic bounce was on the 3rd of August. We got up to a price point of 93.902. Bottom line, couldn't hold price. Then what you had on top of that, and this is where this really gets wild, is that we went up and tested this on Wednesday, but Wednesday we only got to 93.905 versus the 93.991, then you gave it up in spades. Tried to get higher today, gave it up in spades. Bottom line, this is building cause for lower price. Where I expect we're going to see this dollar go down to is get into this 88 area. If we go take a look at the euro, you're going to see that the euro wants to bust higher. It's been on a move going higher. Right now, the euro is at 118. That baby wants about 130. We go take a look at the British pound. Same type of setup inside the British pound. British pound right now is trading at 130. And that thing, yeah, this is strong, man. And you get two swing points in the British pound. The first one we're approaching. So the 135, that's where this thing wants to go. But the larger move on this is 143. And when you actually take a look at the pound in general, or the euro, what you're going to see, they've been in a downtrend, folks, okay, since 2007. So, you know, when you take a look at it that way, the bottom line is that you definitely have the aspect that, okay, you got to change a trend. Well, there's no doubt you should get a change of trend after 13 years going down, right? That's what we're looking at. Dow Industrial's down 27, Nasdaq's off 50, S&P's off 6.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 16. You get the NASDAQ off 51. S&Ps are off 5.5. Let's get over and take a look at the S&Ps first. I don't expect a big downdraft at all here, folks. Friday in the summer, forget it. What you will get, though, is at 5 o'clock this morning, the S&Ps are trading down to that 3350. We're at 3362. It can get down and test that level. When you take a look at this trading aspect in the last 3 days, what you do have here is, bottom line, is 3 lower highs inside the futures and basically 2 lower lows at this particular point. We got to take a look at the NQs. We pull up the NQs and take a look at how these babies have been trading. Right now, the NQs are down $47. And what you're going to see there is that you only get 2. The NQs made an all-time high yesterday, 11,266. And the NQs, they also want to go after that low that was established out here at 10:30 this morning. Now, the NQs are set up a little bit differently than the S&Ps, meaning that you could actually crack that low that was out here this morning at 10:30 this morning. If we go inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials out here. Dow Industrials are only down 29 points. And what you have putting juice into them, meaning going topside, is Boeing. Boeing putting 19 positive points, United Health 8, Walgreens 4. Taken away from it, Apple 27, Home Depot 10, Visa 7. No big numbers. That's the real bottom line. Inside the NDX 100, what we have, different ball game. AMAT is the leader in a big way. That's up 3%. You get Walgreens Boots up 1.7. You have Dollar Tree up 1.3 and Ultra Salon up 1.3. Taken away from it, Baidu's down 6%. You get Dexcom is off 2.4. Align Technology is down 1.9, and you get Illumina off 1.8. So the bottom line is that you get an even market out here inside of that NDX 100 specifically. None of the FANG stocks really down with any type of force. We go take a look at Apple first. What you're going to see with Apple, Apple right now is trading really sideways. It's down $3.50. Now, Apple in Fortnite basically going to be battling it out, as is a huge amount of other players, I suspect, folks, okay? Because the bottom line, what this fight is about, what has happened is this, is that Apple takes 30% of gross fees inside of their app store. The bottom line is that that's a huge amount, period, okay? Because you can picture that, I mean, do you have spreads of 30%, number one? That you can start there. That is one monster number. On top of that, what you have, and I wouldn't say that that's the real issue. What the issue is that you cannot sell product, the same product, meaning the app, outside of the Apple Store. That's where the conflict, I would say, comes in in a huge way. Why? Because picture that you have an app. You want to go in the Apple Store. You want to go in the Google Play Store. You sell in there. Well, you cannot charge outside of that. Like, let's say if TFNN had an app and we were in the Apple Store. That would mean that I couldn't sell directly to clients. That's anti-competitive. There's no two ways about it. Apple's fight on this is going to be that, guess what? They have built an infrastructure and they make people a fortune. Apple last year paid developers $32.8 billion. That's the financial numbers, and that is only for 6 months, folks. 6 months. Okay, so you're talking about a run rate, you're talking about a run rate over $64 billion. So that's over $1 billion a week. And that rate has been going up by 20% a year. That's how big apps are. So we'll see how this whole thing's going to shake out. What I do expect is there's going to be more pressure, and there should be, because the bottom line is that when you take a look at that, that is just a monster number. But that Apple built the infrastructure. We'll see where the rest of this comes down. So Apple right now is down 351. We go over to Amazon. We take a look at Amazon. Amazon right now, that's down $27, $28. That's really a sideways move on Amazon also. We go to Google. We take a look at Google. Google right now is trading down $9. That's nothing. That's a joke. Tesla wants its all-time high, folks. Tesla's splitting, and bottom line, this thing is rejecting any lower price whatsoever. Tesla's up by $18.45 right now. It has a high volume high out here of $17.94.99, and it's going for it. It had an expansion of volume on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, it's dying on the vine out here today, but when you get this close to a high, it's going to whack that high. We started out on Tuesday. This thing was down at 1365, so it's almost, it has. It's put 300 points in it in 3 trading days. Monster. Microsoft. We go take a look at Microsoft out here. Microsoft right now is trading at a price point of $208. And what you have with Microsoft, bottom line, down 61 cents, no big deal. And let's just go to Netflix. We take a look at Netflix. Netflix out here, sideways move, down 35 cents. So you can see those equities there would have to break in order to get to any type of lower prices. Meaningful lower prices, not what I expect you are going to see here. You can see a little selling that's coming in the marketplace. And you got to remember something. When you're taking a look at your volume and price out here today, what we actually tried to do is we tried to get to a higher high. So you're going to have markets that try to get to a higher high, failed on price, failed on volume. So the real kick is going to be where are we going to go next week? XAU, HUI. Let's take a look at the gold market. What we have inside the XAU. XAU right now down at $1.34. We're at 145. So when we came down on Tuesday, it came down 58 million. You go up yesterday with 38. This will be a good, because we're backing down with lighter volume today. So that's caused building also for higher price. That's in the XAU. We go take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. This is going to be the same setup. Gold Bugs Index right now is trading to 328. And what we did here, when we came down, you came down with 40 million shares, and then you go topside yesterday with 28, and I suspect we're going to be lower today with lighter volume. So that's what it takes, folks, when you get smoked in any type of instrument. The bottom line is that you got to test the lows first. You got to build some cause. That cause building, that's what gets buyers back in the marketplace. In the futures market, that futures market is cleaned out. What I mean by specifically cleaned out, there's no way that you go down for a price point like we did on Tuesday and Wednesday. Every stop was hit. You know, the bottom line is that between Tuesday and Wednesday, we went from 2,040. Wednesday night, we hit 1874. So that is a cool thing inside of the context of the metals market. Just rewinds everything up again, gets everything going again. And, of course, we've been talking about the dollar. The dollar is amazing that it just can't hold a bid. I mean, at all. Not even close. Dow Industrials right now down 45. Nasdaq's off 56. S&Ps are off 8. Stay right there, folks. Come back when I'm Mr. Dave White. We are going to be talking technology. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 40. You get the Nasdaq up 53. S&Ps are up 7.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave has an outstanding show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters, The Path of Least Resistance, as well as the Tech Insider. Now, both of these are very easy to get, folks. You come over to our website at TFNN. You go under newsletters, you're going to see the Path of Least Resistance as well as the Tech Insider. You just basically hit the view button, you hit subscribe. You can get the path out here for $119 for 1 month. You can get it for 6 months for $5.99, which is a savings of $155. You can get it for a year for $9.85, which is a savings of $443. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I heard you talking a little bit about Apple, and I think there's a little more to the story. We'll try to maybe add a little color to it.
Cool.
Yesterday, Epic, the maker of Fortnite, filed lawsuits, and both Google and Apple both kicked them off of their app store. So anybody that was playing Fortnite on Apple or Google can't do it today.
Right.
And the issue isn't that you is more probably a little more complicated, but according to the terms of their service, you cannot have somebody have a game or an app and charge money unless it goes through Apple. So that's at least what they're saying.
No, Dave, 1 second. It's not that unless it goes through Apple. If you're on Apple, then you can't do it. I mean, you can charge as much as you want if you're not on Apple.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay, maybe we're saying it different ways. The issue is within the app itself. If you try to buy something, that and it doesn't go through the Apple Pay store,
right?
And that is the issue that they have. And of course, you can't say somewhere in the text that you can go to the go to their website and buy or add something for cheaper.
Right.
But especially for Fortnite, where you don't want people thinking a real long time before they buy something. You want an impulse buy for 50 cents or a buck. Sure. Someone's probably not going to go to some web store and spend 5 minutes trying to figure out how to buy something in the game. So you need these things to be fairly transparent. And of course, if they wanted to, they could write it so they could click and it just charged you on their website. But again, that would violate the terms of service. So Fortnite this morning started a Epic, tongue-in-cheek there, web stream where they've made a parody of the 1984 Apple Mac ad that ran on the Super Bowl.
Right.
If you remember that, which was an homage to George Orwell's
That's what
1984. Yeah. So they made this one, and it's the same thing, except the guy talking on the big screen is a big apple with a bite taken out of it. So they've been running that all day. And, of course, when people show up at the Epic site to complain that they can't play Fortnite, that's what they see.
Okay, cool.
So I'm probably thinking that there are a lot of kids or youngsters who really don't care too much about the ins and outs of Apple and Epic. But all they're going to probably be doing it today is thinking that Apple, and to probably a lesser extent Google, are involved in keeping them from playing their game.
Right. So let me ask you something. Picture what happens, folks, is that so all these people got kicked off the Apple Store. Now, there's definitely a way that they could, if Epic decides to do this, to put this on their own and have them download it again, probably, right? How would that work?
They could write the app probably in a couple of days to go to some other payment system.
Okay.
And I don't know what MasterCard's charging, but I think 3% rates are pretty high in the industry these days, maybe 2.5%.
Yep.
Something like that. So even at Google's 10% seems rather high. 30% seems, like I said, almost mob-like.
It is
like
mob-like. It is. There's no doubt, man. There's no. I saw one of the quotes by the CEO of Epic there, and he said, "Hey, man, if Apple had this way, the bottom line, if any of us were on the internet, they're going to charge you." In general.
It's been. I think they've gotten a fairly easy free ride for a while, mostly because there wasn't a lot of in-app purchase stuff. But now the Fortnite, probably one of the biggest in-app purchase kind of apps on both Google and them.
Yes.
So it would cost them quite a bit if those folks left. Little less with Google since they're only talking about 10% anyway. The question, I guess, gets to how long Apple wants to get involved in a lawsuit that they will eventually lose. But they've shown in going 5 years with Qualcomm to eventually lose their lawsuit. But they're not shy about taking the wrong side of an argument and going very, very deep into the wrong side before they have to give up. I think there's
with that kind of money, you can imagine. I mean, I was just looking at, in 6 months they paid developers $32 billion, so let's at that run rate $64 billion. Then I guess I don't have the balance sheet in front of me for Apple, but you can see the amount of money they take in that app store. It's absolutely phenomenal, and just 30% of that take is a monster number. So we'd have to add 30% over to what the numbers we just had. You know what I mean? So
right, but you got to think that $29 billion of that went to 10 companies.
Yeah.
They may take a lot of cash in, but literally the top 10 apps on Apple, I think, are 95% of all the money that comes in.
Okay.
So it is incredibly narrow. The amount, although they say they send a lot of money, there's 2 million apps on the App Store. Almost nobody's making anything other than those top 10, 15 apps on the App Store, which is not uncommon. But it is problematic in kind of restriction of trade, especially since Apple can push different apps on its own web service, on its website. Well, I want to say on their app store.
Yes.
Say. So they have the ability to push people they like and not push people they don't like. And of course, I guess if you want to play in their pond, that's it. My thought is, what does Amazon do? Because, of course, they have their own app store. And if I was Amazon right now, at least for the part of playing on Google, you could get people to install your app store for Android, for Amazon, and do the 3 or 5% that these guys want, and cut in to a great deal of that, and change your app store, because literally Amazon's got a second app store that's just like Google's, just does 1/10 the business.
Hey, maybe next 48 hours we might wake up Monday morning. Bezos is out here right now eating some cereal, saying, "Hey man, this is pretty good."
Well, he tends to be able to run a business on low margins.
Yeah,
these other guys really can't.
That's a fact. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 55. NASDAQ is off 54. S&Ps are off 9.5. Dave and I are coming right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 59. The Nasdaq's up 58. S&Ps are down 10.5. And what we are going to get after the close today, folks, and this is a great way of doing it on a Friday in the middle of the summer, but the bottom line is that you're going to get all the 13F filings. It's 45 days. It will be after the close of today that all these funds have to file. So you can have some fun over the weekend seeing what and who all these big birds have bought, whether it's, the funds, Buffett, banks, all of the above. They'll be out there everywhere. I'm looking at the Microsoft Duo, Dave. Tell us about this.
Well, I sent you a link and also to the engineer there. Hopefully they're showing it. It's, if you haven't seen it already, it's basically a tablet that folds in half. This isn't one where you actually have video that goes and spans both of them. There is a gap and a hinge there in the center. So it's not like Samsung's Play.
Okay.
But this, they've probably spent a absolute ton of money integrating Android and Windows so that you can actually sit there in front of your Windows machine and take it and slide it up, and it goes right on your screen on your Windows device. You can type on that. You want to get going, you can swipe it back down to the device. You can have two programs, one running on each side of the split. And I was going to say I probably would spend the next seven minutes talking about all the features. They've got a video that runs about 30 minutes of showing how they've integrated the two. And, if I was doing a lot of work outside the office or something, I think this would be a hands-down no-brainer for connecting things like Microsoft Teams and just doing all your work between both your phone and the Windows device and having them linked. There's a lot of programs out there that kind of talk to each other.
Yes.
It's very rare to see two operating systems of different manufacturing talk to each other as well and slick as they have. They've had the hardware for about a year, and it looks like it's in pretty good nick. But the price, $1,400. But I don't know, $1,400, probably the top of the line iPhone right now, and probably top of the line Samsung, $1,400, probably
right.
Not too far away. So it doesn't. I don't know what kind of initial traction they're going to get, but if Microsoft does a good job of showing how you can run Teams on this, I think it is a no-brainer for business.
Well, it's interesting that, so I got a Samsung 9 Galaxy, right?
Yep.
And, these phone companies got it made. And this is not that old. But the bottom line is it's going. Do you know what I'm saying? It's glitching. I know how this thing goes once they start going. So I'm trying to hold out, for a couple more months to see what else comes out. What I do like is that I use Microsoft products all the time. And what I love is that I got these together about 4 or 5 months ago. Whatever is on my computer goes on my phone, and that's pretty cool without having to do it. So I can see how a product like this is pretty cool, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it is if you do a lot of work outside the office. If you've already got it sitting like me, all the time in front of 3 big monster monitors and a massive machine. Not a lot of call for it, but I could see if you're somebody that works out of the office, a salesman on the road, you can actually, use productivity apps like Word and Excel and have 2 of them up at the same time on one device and see both of them. It does give you a few avenues, and of course, just being able to link it with your desktop and have that all transparent is pretty neat. But anyway, they've got about 30 minutes of demos on just how Microsoft Teams and all the other apps that go with Teams work on both platforms and pretty much seamlessly. And if you're just sitting there next to it, you can close your Duo and have everything just instantly pop up on your screen. And if you turn off your computer, everything pops back on the Duo for you to leave with. So it is an incredibly slick demo. I haven't played with it myself, so I don't know if there are any bugs out there. Microsoft, probably some bugs to start with. But like I said, they spent a year. This isn't something they rushed to market. They have spent the last year really getting these things to work probably as well as they can till they have a lot more people using them.
Sure.
So it is interesting. I'm just the $1,400.
That's a big number, man.
What's that?
That's a big number.
Well, they are committing to 3 years of support.
Okay.
So I think a lot of times where before they made something and they gave up on it in the first 6 months is problematic. 2, the gentleman that designed this is the same guy that designed all the winning Surface tablets and laptops that have been huge sellers for Microsoft.
Okay.
I mean, the first couple of years they were kind of junk. Then he came along, and like I said, he's kind of got the Midas touch for designing stuff that works well and getting it out the door. He's kind of a Steve Jobs version of rounding and sanding all the rough edges without being the same kind of taskmaster that Jobs was. So he knows kind of what works and what is acceptable, and at the same time get something out the door that actually does sell, not wait for 5 years until it's all over. So good product, and very interesting that I don't know if this is going to make a big difference in Microsoft's earnings for a year, but my guess is that, I mean, they have everything that you need to write apps for it, including Visual Studio, which I use for writing Windows apps, but they have everything from the get-go.
Hey, listen, when we're talking about writing apps, I don't mean to change focus here, but what do you think? Robin Track came down. The hedge fund's got to be having a field day with Robinhood, just getting that order flow, huh?
Well, that's part of it, but I have a feeling they probably have some good machine learning that tells you how to run the shorts and also how to run the longs, right? I'm thinking that's exactly.
Well, they don't even have to do that, because all they need is those pennies in between, and that's a riskless trade, right?
Yeah, but from what I've read, these guys weren't just doing the penny trades. They were out hunting elephants for a lot of these stocks that were being run in the Barstool guy and some of the others out there. From what I read this week, there's a lot of money in finding out what's underneath it. And
if you want to see the money, folks, so picture the money. We all know about, you get E-Trade, you get Ameritrade, you get Schwab, you get Fidelity, Interactive Brokers. The bottom line is that if you want to hear a number, this number is insane, folks. Robinhood takes in more than any of them on order flow. In 90 days, that took in 180 million. TD Ameritrade, which is the largest broker out there, took in only 101. Isn't that wild, man?
There is, and there's talk that Robinhood does an ETF.
The micros. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the new deal. It's oh man, that's a whole different ball game. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are going to be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 28. Nasdaq's off 42. S&P's off 6.5. Dave and I are coming right back, folks.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
you see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is flat. Nasdaq is down 28. S&Ps are up 3. We're talking with our man Dave White, and we have NVIDIA up here. NVIDIA, you talk about a run, huh, Dave?
Yeah, and of course, we talked about how they were selling supercomputers a couple of weeks ago. Their next major video card technology release is on the 31st, and looks like they're going to be about 25% faster. So they're continuing down Moore's law of making video cards faster, bigger. This one may have as much as 20 gigabytes of memory for people like me that are using it for machine learning. They're talking about 3,000. They kind of do like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 model series.
Okay.
Current versions, 2080 Ti. Everybody thinks it'll be a 3080 Ti, the next version of it, the high. But they try to keep the price around those things about $1,000 a piece. But certainly a lot more memory, and so the memory manufacturers, which the memory they use for these video cards, it's called VRAM, is really the most profitable part of any of the RAM manufacturing companies' income. In fact, it's probably half of everything they do. But the other part I wanted to get to was ARMS Holdings, which NVIDIA has been talking to for about a month now and trying to buy them out for $30 billion plus. Now there's 4 companies this week that are trying to bid on ARMS Holdings. Of course, they design or sell the designs that Taiwan Semiconductor
who owns
actually built.
ARMS now, Dave?
It is ARMS Holdings company in England.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So I think
is
they
it
trade
private
on
now?
the.
It used to be public.
Yeah, they trade on the London Stock Exchange, I think. I think they got an ADR too. But the talking price right now is $30 billion, and I'm expecting one of these Mondays to find out if it's NVIDIA or some other company that ends up with them.
Wow. Well, listen, man, thanks for the education. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything